Okay, YouTube, I decided to add a second part here. So, we had the crumbling leather wrap on this 2006 Grand Prix that I took off the shifter boot. Turned out pretty good. Lost a little bit of its luxurious appeal, but way more functional. So, now I want to play with the steering wheel. You know, I was looking and they're like 60 to 100 bucks on eBay. I figured if I get one with the artificial leather wrap, it's just going to do the same thing. Between the southern heat and my wife's using hand lotion, it's inevitable. So what I've been doing, I don't know if you've ever seen that stretchy tennis wrap that you put around tennis rackets, usually like a gray or a black. I've been wrapping mine with that, which has kind of actually been taking the glossy finish off of this when I take it off, because I only get about 6 months out of it. But I was peeling with this and playing with it, and I mean, it's got the rubber piece underneath and it doesn't seem to be glued. So my biggest worries are going to be like right here. There's like, it's like a seam. I don't know if it's just really tight or if it's sewed, kind of like this spot right here. And then I'm worried about how it's going to be right in this area. So either well, it's all one piece. I was going to say I could stop chipping here, but I'm going to have to do the whole thing. But the rest of it's okay. So what I'm going to use, if I can figure out where I put it, is one of these upholstery seam rippers. It's basically for general sewing, but I'm just going to go ahead and work this around, and we're going to see how it turns out. And if it doesn't turn out, I'll spend the 60 bucks and just get the base model rubberized one off eBay. Okay, I don't have the tripod, so I'm going to have to kind of put you on pause in between steps here. But it's coming off pretty easy. I'm basically, as I'm using this Walmart seam ripper, I'm doing about 2 seams at a time. And with my left hand, I'm kind of peeling back, and it's coming off pretty easy. It's a little upsetting, but there's a little channel where those seams were. That was kind of hard, actually, because it's all tucked in. So actually what I used my Craftsman pick tool, whatever you want to call it, and I was able like to get under it to kind of lift it up, and then I was able to use the seam ripper. So that's a little upsetting. It'll have those little grooves. So if you buy the one off eBay that just is rubber, it doesn't have those grooves. But the good news is this part right here is just pulling right up. And that was my biggest worry. So let me go ahead and keep ripping. Okay, when I got to this part and I had to redo the seam, that was in there pretty good. So I gave it too much leverage and I dumb fucked it and I broke my little tip off. But if I could get it to focus here. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus right now. But at any rate, in the middle, it's like kind of sharp, like a cuticle cutter. So I'm able to still get it that way. It's a little slower, but not horribly. Okay, so even with the pausing, it's really not taking that long. I think I'm about probably 5 minutes into it. I just wanted to show you because you could see it better now. Where these leather pieces, see how they fold it in and they sew it? That's where they notched out the rubber to be able to tuck that in. Okay, I'm right-handed, so when I got to this last section here, it was kind of a bad angle. So I went ahead and rotated the wheel around to get it down to where it's easier to work on. since I don't have my tripod, I'm going to see if I can kind of try to hold this and show you what I'm doing here. Try to balance it on my chest. Let's see. You can see how easy this rips up. If I can get it to balance, I might have to just hold the camera here. But see, as I do that and I cut those seams, it just rips right apart. Okay, I got all the wrap off. I'd say it was a 100% success, with the exception of the 4 channels in the rubber. Not the end of the world though, and it doesn't seem to want to overly twist in those spots. So now what I have to do, all the perforations in this artificial leather have basically been little dust traps. So now, as you can see, I just got to wipe that off. So I'm going to take a rag and I'm going to take some cleaner. I'm going to wipe that off. So, but you can see it works. It's way better than having it peeling. You know, I like to drive with my hand here, and it's like, it's just really annoying to feel it ripping apart. Okay, I gave it a quick wipe down, and there you go. It's by no means beautiful, and those 4 notches kind of really piss me off. So I'll probably down the road end up getting another steering wheel, but at least for now it's uniform and it's not going to bug the shit out of me. Same with the shifter. Mine was ripping up here, and I drive with my right hand on the shifter usually, so there you go. If you run into that situation, you can take both of those off, and it's relatively easy. At least they didn't glue it on. I'm kind of shocked they didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and splice my shifter video into this one, and hopefully you'll have it all in one video. Thanks for watching.